everyone is always asking, how can you be more transparent? I want to know how the company's doing. And I tried like talking about OKRs, which we did a couple of years ago, and that was like the heaviest town hall we ever had because it was so boring, even for me. But I remember that one. And I realized about a few months ago, I thought, actually, I can give everyone in this company the 4 numbers that actually matter, right? All the other stuff I can deal with, right? And we can deal with. But what are the 4 numbers that you need to watch? And I'm actually going to get Edge to program these into sequence so that you'll all be able to see them tracking live, okay? And then I'm going to show you the implications of when one goes up and one goes down. Yeah. So like Mona said, FTEs is like, if we have 300 staff, and I don't know what we have at the moment, but we've got 250, 260, I don't know where it is.
We're up to 64.
264. I keep saying 300 online because that's bigger, but we'll get there. But let's say if you've got 264 staff and you've got 180 of those out on client accounts, whatever way, part-time, full-time, doesn't really matter. The full-time equivalent is 180 people are actually on client accounts, right? And then you have internal team, which is all of us, including me, like supporting those people. Mm-hmm. Then you have things like attrition rates. Now, I'll come back to attrition rates in a second. And then you have client churn. Now, in order for us to do better, grow faster, pay more, right? Pay more is a big one. I need FTE count to be going up. And I have set a target that we're trying to grow that at the moment by 16 VAs working on client accounts per month, right?
Yep.
I've set a 5-year target of 1,000 people, which is 200 per year. So we were supposed to hit 200 last year. We got to 170. It's a pretty okay result. And technically our target this year is 400, but we're still at 180. So it's been a very tough start to the year, but I'll come back to that. So you need the FTE count to be going up. We need the next number, which is internal support team as a ratio, right? We need that number we want to have 15% supporting the VAs working on client accounts, so that means for every 8.5 people working on a client account, you need 1.5 internal team. At the moment, we're 1 to 4.
Yes.
I think that's more like 1 to 3. But anyway, let's say it's 1 to 3.5 to 4. Now, you might say, well, we've all these people sitting on the bench and we've got trainees. The reality about trainees and bench sitters is they are like product getting ready for deployment, right? And we will always have about 20 people in training and about between 10 and 20 on the bench. So the number every month is always going to be between 20 to 40 people. Now, if you've got 180 working on client accounts, 20 to 40 is a large percentage of that, right? It's a big drag, big drag. But if you've got 500 working on client accounts, not so big a drag, right? So it stays fixed, those of you who are good at maths. So we need to try to get, as we grow the FTE count, we need to try to hold the internal team as steady as possible while still having results coaches.
Yep.
And look, Edge and Arnold, and there's a huge project ongoing at the moment to see how we can use AI, cleverly to make sure that we hold this internal team as steady as we can while still delivering, while growing FTEs. And of course, the other numbers that could destabilize those things. So you want FTE to be going up, internal team percentage drag to be going down, right? Mm-hmm. I don't mean to say internal team going down, I'm talking as a percentage of the whole. Then we need attrition to be a reasonable number. We've set it at what have I given you, like
less than
15%.
Less than 15% for the entire attrition rate.
Yeah.
Okay, and I want to come back to attrition now in a second. And then, of course, client churn. Now, how do you keep client churn low? Well, there's 2 reasons we get churn on accounts. Number 1, change your business, like economic impact is hard, right? And we have a lot of clients cancelling at the moment, but other clients growing. So we're kind of plateaued a bit because of the environment that's out there. But the second thing that really matters for client churn, regardless of what the client says, clients will say, change of business needs. They're not seeing enough value in the VA, right? I can tell you that straight up, because the last person I would let go is the VA if I was in trouble in a business, okay? So sometimes that can mean it's not a VA's fault. It can be lack of training, lack of communication, the client doesn't know how to delegate. There can be all sorts of problems there. And that's why we have the pod structure. So please embrace this pod idea, because actually what we're doing is keeping the client churn low. Training, great communication, how to wow as a VA, how to work with your results coach, the CS teams, all of that contributes to churn. And we're trying to keep the client churn rates at 10% or lower. Now, so those are the 4 numbers that matter. And I'm going to get them into Seaton so that you guys can see them live every single day, updating versus our targets as well. And I think that will really help to figure out where are we going.